Hey everybody, it's Cameron again. So, yesterday was Friday, which means that it was my tee shot day. And it was shot number 3, which means that I am officially 2 weeks on testosterone. Yay! So this is going to be about changes. Again, I know, it's 2 weeks. There's not a whole lot to report. But there are some things, so we're going to jump right into it. Before I do, I am likely going to be talking about some things, little trigger warning from trans guys out there if you're watching this video. I am going to talk about some female stuff related to cycle and that kind of stuff, so you've been warned. Also, friends and family, you've also been warned. So here we go. My voice is still just like a hair. Actually, it's not as low as it has been today. It's been just a hair lower than it normally is. It's just starting. It's not as tight all the time as it was last week. But it is staying a little bit more consistent in that lower register, which is fun because I can actually sing Amy Ray's parts to the Indigo Girls songs instead of Emily's parts now, so that's fun. Other changes. My mood has still stayed pretty high. I'm still super excited about what's going on. Super excited about the minuscule little changes that I've seen so far. Because really I was trying to be patient and be like, okay, you're probably not really going to see anything for, probably about 2-3 months. You'll really start to actually notice some things are different. So I just get super excited when I see just even the tiniest little thing that's different. My mood did dip one day, but last weekend was supposed to be what I will refer to from now on as my menstruation. I'm stealing that word from some other trans dude who used it, and I just thought it was awesome. That was supposed to happen this weekend. It didn't. It started like midweek, which is really when my mood took a little dip. I'm usually pretty good at bringing it back up again, so it didn't stay there for long, but it was a little bit noticeable to me. But I think it was just the hormones warring against each other. The estrogens are like, we're on a schedule, it's time, we're supposed to be doing something. The testosterone was like, no, really don't think so. So I think they kind of fought it out a little bit. I think they're still fighting it out just a little bit over who gets dominance in my body right now. Estrogen won out eventually. But considering that I didn't really think that it was going to affect my cycle just yet, I'm kind of excited about that. So hopefully, and we won't get into details about my cycle and how it's changed because of my age. But yeah, I'm hopeful that means that it will fairly quickly in the next 6 months just get down to a stop. That would be awesome. Other changes. So these may be happening, they might not be happening. I may just be wishing them to happen, and I'm seeing things that are not actually there yet. But I have noticed hair on my arms, on my legs, on my stomach seems to be getting a little bit darker and spreading. I've always had a little light layer of fuzz, I guess you could say, very fine, very light colored, so you didn't really notice it. But because you can see this on here. No, my hair used to come right about here, but it seems to be that it's creeping a little bit farther in. Even once I get hairier, I'm probably still going to have very light colored hair, so it might not be all that easy to see it. My thigh hair, which was very, very short and very, very light colored, seems to be just a smidge longer and a little bit darker, as with the hair, like, right on my tummy. My tummy. That seems to be getting a little bit darker and seems to be spreading just a little bit. Not enough to where I could take a picture and anybody would notice other than me, but I'm excited about it. I do think that the fat's starting to redistribute already. I took my measurements, everything, took neck measurements, shoulders, chest, waist, hips, ass, thighs, all that, beginning of last month, partly to track my progress with my started fitness. That made no sense whatsoever. Me starting my, working out. Wow, I can't believe I couldn't think of that word. Anyway, yeah, so me starting to work out, I wanted to kind of track my progress on how I was losing weight, where I was losing weight. But I took my measurements yesterday, and overall, nothing's really changed as far as around is concerned, except for my neck, I think, has gotten just a little bit bigger. But visually, the way it looks, where it's sitting, is different now. Because I was drinking so much beer, most of my tummy weight was right in the front, and it seems to be spreading back because it's not out as far, but around is the same distance. So I don't know. Another thing, and I keep doing this with my nose, which is weird, but I feel like, I know my nose is red because I've been doing this with it, but I feel like not this portion necessarily is getting wider, but I feel like the skin and the cartilage around here is getting thicker. I don't know. That's weird. But yeah, I don't know. And now I'm just staring at it instead of the camera. But I think my nose might be getting a little sturdier than it used to be. That doesn't make any sense. So, energy level. I'm a little fidgety, and I have a little more energy than I'm used to having, which took a little dip, around the middle of the week, when I was having hormone fighting issues. But I'm having a hard time, not a hard time, but I haven't quite worked out how to deal with the extra energy. And anybody who's known me for a while, who's watching this video, is going, wow, you never talk this fast. So, yeah, I'm still dealing with that. I don't know how to deal with it. I'm not used to having that much constant hyper energy. So that's the thing. What else? Other changes? I don't really think there have been any other changes. I think that's pretty much it. And half of those could very well just be me thinking that there's something there when there's really not. So that's that. I don't think there's any other changes to really talk about. My poor little dog is just falling asleep in my lap. So yeah, so that's it for 2 weeks on T after my third shot, and I guess we'll see you again next week. And I might be doing 1 or 2 other videos today, just because I feel like it. So stay tuned for that, and until next time, we will see y'all later.